And the next pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch, and that's hit foul down the right field line and carries out of play. It's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is outside, and that makes the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Colton Landreth trying to get out of this inning unscathed once again. And that's going to be a soft line drive caught at first base by Byron Buckley, and that ends the inning. So after letting the first 2 runners reach base, he is able to set everyone else down after the double play and then the soft line out to first, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left or 1 person left as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is 14-4 Wildcats. Tygan Jones to lead things off, and the first pitch misses, or to enter the game as a pitcher, excuse me, and he misses on the first pitch. That's going to be a grounder to short, and Ethan Joyce up with it to make the throw to first in time. That's the first out. So Tegan Jones gets a quick out right away, and that'll, as Byron Buckley grounded out, that'll bring up Larry Cowart. So Cowart up. Cowart swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. And the next pitch is a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch swung on and fouled back, so 1-2 the count. And the next pitch, and that's a breaking ball that really had a good bend, but it stayed up. And it's 2-2, caused Coert to really kind of flinch back a little bit, but it really bent in so it wouldn't hit him, but it's still a bit high in the strike zone. The next, the 2-2 pitch, and that one hits him. Tried to get the same concept, have it bend in, but instead it didn't bend at all. And Coert gets hit by the pitch, so a one-out base runner for the Merchants. That'll bring up Colt Partial. So Partial, 1 for 3. Hit into a forced play, singled, and advanced all the way to third on a fielding error by Sam Lee Curtis. That was back in the 4th inning. That swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Otherwise, he flew out to center as well. So Partial up, committed an error in the last inning, but made up for it by starting a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. The next pitch, that's popped up in the infield. Field behind the plate, able to go up, make the catch, and that's the second out. So pop-out foul to the catcher, and I'll bring up Cash Satnett. So Satnett up. And the first pitch, it's going to be a slow grounder back to the pitcher, and Jones picks it up, throws the first in time. So Tygan Jones doing a great job in relief here as he only hits a batter, otherwise gets the other 3 outs without any issue. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 person left as we go to the top of the 8th inning. And the Wildcats lead the Alameda Merchants 14-4. So Taylor Field to lead things off here in the top of the 8th inning. 14-4, the Wildcats lead the Merchants, and the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. The strike 1 pitch as Colton Landreth, and that's swung on and hit in the air to right field, and coming up and making the catch is Michael Echavia, and that's the first out. So fly out to right to begin the inning, and that'll bring up Davis Rodrigo. So Rodrigo up. Rodrigo is 2 for 4 and has scored 2 runs and also has 3 runs batted in, all on that bases clearing double in the third inning. His second time up in that third inning. That's a strike right there, and it's 1-1. Next pitch, that's a high fly ball. Shallow left field. A trio of Merchants giving pursuit, and instead it's the left fielder, Billy Johnson, and Johnson able to make the catch way out in foul ground as the two other Merchants kind of just gave up on it. Johnson with such great speed able to track it down anyway. So a foul out to left. And that'll bring up Austin Blatnick, the right fielder. Blatnick takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. The next pitch, and it's a strike, and it's 0-2. So Landreth has already thrown 4 in a third inning, and otherwise 2 hits and 3 runs, 2 earned allowed so far. 2 strikeouts and 2 walks as well. That's swung on and fouled away. It's 0-2. And the strike 2 pitch is outside, and the count goes to 1-2. So Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. And that's strike 3 called. Good breaking ball right there on the corner of the plate, and that ends the inning. So Colton Landreth really impressing as he retires the Wildcats order. 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 14-4 Wildcats. Billy Johnson to lead off the inning for the Merchants. It's a fly ball in a shallow right center field, and they're going to have to play it on a hop. As coming up and playing it on the bounce is Austin Blatnick. So lead-off pop fly single for Billy Johnson. He's now 2 for 3 and has been on base 4 times. And that'll bring up Blue Huerta. So Tygan Jones looked impressive in that 7th inning, but gave up a leadoff single here. Next pitch, first pitch swinging is Huerta, slow grounder to third. Charging it, making a nice throw across in time to take care of Huerta is Kyle Dixon, and that is the first out. So going to second on the play is Billy Johnson. So that'll bring up Achavia. Achavia is 1 for 3, as well as a walk, so he's been on base twice, scored a run. And the next pitch, fly ball down the right field line. Giving pursuit is Blatnick, and he makes the catch. Tagging and going to third is going to be Johnson. And that's the second out on the fly ball, the high fly ball to right by Achavia, and that'll bring up Michael Jenkerson. So Jenkerson up, runner at third. And 2 out. So Jones in the wind, the pitch, and that's in the dirt. Nice save by Field to keep Billy Johnson from trying to come in. And it is 1-0. And the next pitch, and that is a bit inside, 2-0. And the next pitch is in the dirt, 3-0. So one pitch away from putting runners on the corners is Jones. On deck, Dakota Connors. And the next pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch outside. Ball 4, and it is runners on the corners now with 2 out. And Dakota Connors now stepping in. And the first pitch inside, and it is 1-0. So 1-0 the count. And the next pitch is inside, and it is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. And a throw over to first, and he is back in time. So 2-0 the count here, top of the 8th, or bottom of the 8th inning, excuse me. And a 14-4 Auburn Wildcat lead. That's foul down the right field line, carries out of play. And that evens things up at 2-2. Actually, 2-1, excuse me, 2-1. And the next pitch is inside and low, ball 3. So another pitch out of the strike zone can load the bases here. And Byron Buckley is on deck. So the 3-1 swung on and fouled back and out of play. Might have been ball 4 with how low he had to reach to get it. Otherwise, it's the bases loaded, but instead, a foul ball and a full count. 3-2, 2 out. That means the runner, Michael Jenkerson, will be going on the pitch. So 3-2. And it's in the dirt. And ball 4. So nice save by Taylor Field to keep the runner from coming in. But otherwise, it's a bases loaded with 2 out as Byron Buckley coming in. So bases loaded, 2 out. And the first pitch is a bit low and outside. It's 1-0. So Tygan Jones has thrown 25 pitches, and only 12 of them have been for strikes. As Taylor Field goes out to talk to him. There is some activity in the Wildcat bullpen, so as the crowd starts to file over to the batting cage area. So the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a grounder over to first. Picking it up and taking it to the bag himself is Davis Rodrigo to end the inning and prevent the Merchants from scoring. So that's the third time today they've had the bases loaded, but the combined 3 times have only resulted in 2 runs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Wildcats lead the Merchants 14-4. So So Sam Lee Curtis to lead things off here in the top of the 9th inning with the Wildcats leading the Merchants 14-4 and a 1-1 count here. Yeah, the next pitch, a chopper to short. Connors with a high hop makes a nice play up and to throw across the diamond in time to get Curtis, who runs pretty well. Yeah, high hopper. And made a strong, accurate throw nonetheless, and is able to throw him out. There's 1 away. So that'll bring up Taylor Garcia. So Garcia up. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. The next pitch is on the inside corner for a strike, and he's quickly in the hole. It's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. And the next pitch, a grounder over to third. As Colt Partial picks it up, throws in time to take care of Garcia, and there's 2 out. So Ethan Joyce now coming in. So Joyce, bases empty, 2 out. And with the Wildcats up by 10, they're just looking to get out of here without any further damage. And with 2 out bases empty, you see what Joyce does here to improve us on his own batting line. But he has had a decent day at the plate. That's going to be a grounder to third. Oh, Partial with a nice pick. And makes a throw to first in time. Yeah, what a pick that was. So Joyce possibly losing a base hit right there as Colt Partial able to pick it off pick the tough hop and make the throw in time to take care of him. So 1, 2, 3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 14-4 Wildcats. So Larry Cowart to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning here for the Alameda Merchants. They're down by 10, however, and all 14 of the runs the Wildcats scored were in 2 separate innings, 7 runs each in the 2nd and 3rd innings to really put the game out of reach early. It's a pop-up, shallow right field. Blatnick coming up, looks up, makes the catch, and that's the first out. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And that'll bring up Colt Partial. Partial, 1 for 4. Had a single in the 4th inning, made it all the way to 3rd. Yeah, Partial made that outstanding pick at 3rd to end the inning in the last time up. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Curtis is there, looks up, makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out. So 2 quick flyouts. And the game now lies on the shoulders of Cash Satnett. Although, again, down by 10, can't really expect Alameda to make too much of a serious threat at the game at this point. Down to their last out. And he's going to rip that one into right field for a base hit. So Satnett not ready to quit yet as he lines a single and a right. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Billy Johnson. So Johnson, 2 for 3, and has been on base 4 times. So that's why they have him in the leadoff spot. And the first pitch is in the dirt. It's going to get behind Taylor Field and go to the backstop. And going down to second base on the wild pitch is Cash Satnett. So now a runner in scoring position for Johnson to possibly pick up. The next pitch is a strike on the outside corner on a changeup, and it's 1-1.
This is when you play Don't Stop Believing. I did that once when we were up by like 10 runs, and it was kind of a good move. I did that too. I just didn't know like.
And a grounder to second.
I didn't realize this.
And making the throw to first in time, and that's the ball game as Taylor Garcia makes the final play. And the Wildcats beat the Alameda Merchants by a score of 14-4. 14 runs on only 9 base hits, 2 errors committed by the Wildcats, 4 runs, and hard to believe it, they out-hit the Wildcats, but the Merchants had 10 hits, but they committed 4 errors. Patrick McKnight will pick up the loss as he gave up 11 runs, all of them earned, on 7 hits, also had 3 strikeouts, 5 walks. But Colton Landreth had an outstanding showing in relief, although he got knocked around a bit as he came in, but since then settled down nicely, otherwise went 6 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs, 2 of them earned with 2 hits, along with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. And getting the win will be Tygan Jones. That's who I'll give the win to today because Hayden Piner did not go the required 5 innings, so it's at our discretion to award a winning pitcher. And Tygan Jones, out of the relievers that pitched for the Wildcats, I believe did the best. So he'll get the win as he went 3 innings, allowing only 2 base hits and 2 walks, otherwise nothing else. Hayden Piner did pitch really well, went 3 2/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. And Austin Spainauer going 2 1/3 innings, allowing 3 hits along with 2 runs, both of them earned with a walk and 2 strikeouts. So that'll do it here, 14-4, Auburn over Alameda, as the second game of the Humble Invitational Tournament will come up in just about an hour, as the Humble Crabs and Solano Mudcats will face off at 7 p.m. And we'll talk to you then.